Hey everybody, HMV here. Playing more Factorio, and I'm running back to the south to pick up my lab because it is time to start researching a couple more technologies. We're at the point now where we're automating certain things that are very useful, especially like the I think I did this off camera. I took out all the the burner things. We're not using those anymore. Those burner miners are basically garbage. The burner inserters are going to come in handy later. I will bring that up when the time comes. But yeah, as far as mining is concerned, we're all electric now. It's electric, as episode 2 was titled. Yeah, we're gonna start researching in earnest. And I'm just gonna plop this lab down. It really doesn't matter where I put it. Because this is all temporary for now. Still, as always, it's temporary. What I want to do here is I want to build something very particular. I want to build, if I can find it here. Come on. Do I not have the ability to build it right now? I guess I don't. Yeah, I want to build this factory here. The assembly machine 2. The assembly machine 1 is what we're using right now, and it generates things that take up to 2 ingredients. This guy makes things that take up to 4 ingredients, which is the vast bulk of everything in the game. Once you have this guy going, he's just so much better. Also, you notice where's his crafting speed is 0.75. That means he does things 75% as fast as I do. If we check out the first assembly machine, it runs at 0.5. So his crafting speed at the very bottom there. So the assembly machine 2 is a much better option. However, in order to do that, we need to research electronics first, which is going to take 30 of our red science, and we're going to need 40 of our red science for this. That's 70 total, and I don't want to make those in hand anymore. You saw how much of a pain that was. So let's go ahead and start this research. Let's toss these red things in here because we've got them already, and might as well toss the green ones in there too. But we're going to make red science today. Red science is pretty easy to make. I need a factory for that. Oh, and I have one. Actually, I think I need more than one factory. Let's just drop this guy down here, and let's drop this guy down here just so I don't have to put him back on my bar. To make red science, we need copper plates and iron gear wheels. That's pretty easy to do when it all comes down to it. Also, we need a copper plate and a iron gear wheel every 5 seconds. Obviously, that's going to be very easy to do. We can just take an iron gear wheel here. Notice we can make one of these every second because we can make one of these every 0.25 seconds. That's a lot. That means we can generate 5 science with 1 iron gear wheel. So I'm actually going to do that. Let's make 4 more of these factories here. 1, 2, 3, 4 assembly machines, I should really call them. And what we're going to do here is we are going to feed iron gears feed iron into this guy, make iron gears, and send those iron gears out into 5 science assembly machines to maximize what we're going to get out of the thing. Now, so I need to actually move this guy back a little bit. 1, 2, if I wasn't standing on it, 3, 4, and 5. I think that's the right ratio. No, I'm wrong. It's 10. I forgot it made 2. So we can actually, with 10 iron gear wheels, we can make 1. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, let's do it. It'll be fun. Or I'm sorry, we can make 10 science with 1 iron gear wheel. This is going to be the thing that makes iron gear wheels, and then we're going to make 10 science out of it. So let's make 5 more of these machines. And let's make this a little bit bigger then, shall we? Okay, let's actually plan it out here a little bit. Yeah, we're going to have... This is going to make the iron gear wheels. And I think actually he's going to have to be up here, kind of. He's going to make iron gear wheels. Then we're going to go 1, 2. Can I fit these guys like this? No, I can't. So what if I put these guys out a little bit farther? Here we go. 1, 2, and then we can do this. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then screw that up. 1, 2. Oop. There we go. There's 8, and then I guess we'll put 1 out here and 1 out here. Now that's 10. There might be a better way to do this, but I don't know what it is, and this is just what I'm going to do here. Now we need to get copper into all of these guys at a pretty fast clip. So I'm going to split off some copper here, if I can get down here, and I'm going to do it. I guess I'll do it here. Yeah, we're going to do it here. I'm going to get rid of some of these. I'm going to put copper here, and I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Thank you. And let's get rid of this guy, and then we are going to send some copper up to this guy. And actually, no, this is going to continue going, and then the splitter is going to send the copper up this way. This guy needs some copper, so I'm actually going to move this back one. Using the number keys to make sure we get this right. Now he can go here, and then go around this way. And then we want him to be here. And then we want him to come up to this point. So we need one more of those. And then come around this way. And now that I'm thinking about this, actually, I'm going to do something different. I am going to get this copper on the inside only. So we're going to do this, and this, and this, and that's not going to work. So we're going to do this and that. No, we're going to do that. And then we're going to do that. Okay, now when I'm going to take all the copper off these guys here, at least off the outside track. Because I'm going to use this belt to hold both science packs and copper. So we get a double use out of it. This will show you how to double use a belt, which is always good. Learning is important in this game. I'm just making sure that at every point this belt is one away from any factory. And I just got a message on my chats here. Please hold. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so what we're going to do here is, and there's a couple tricks that I can show you here in a second, but we're not going to worry about that at this exact moment. Now, this guy's going to need to get a very consistent amount of iron into him, and I think that'll work. I'm not 100% sure. He's going to take from here and place here. He's going to take from here and place here. Yeah, so that'll work. That'll get iron into this guy as quickly as we can get iron into him with one arm. And I think that'll be enough. We'll find out when the time comes. Obviously, this guy has been disconnected from the universe here. So let's go ahead and hook him back up so he's getting iron ore from the main assembly line. And then this guy needs to make gears. So he is set up to make gears, and let's go ahead and test this. Why not? I guess we can... Now, we can't put this here. I guess we can put him here and here, and then we can put one here, and then that'll run everything that's important here. So then let's... can we get... There we go. So yes, these guys are passing to each other, and they're feeding him into there, which is perfect. And then he's making gears. He's already made 2. Okay. That's that guy. Now these guys, we're gonna need more arms, and we don't have the arms yet. So let's do we not have any arms? We have 8. We need a lot. We need, I think, 20 total. No, we need more than 20. Oh, actually, these guys are gonna take all red arms as well. So we're gonna need. Yeah, these guys are gonna have to do the same thing he did, which is this. And it's okay that he's right up next to him because he'll just place it in the center instead of the edge. That's one nice thing about the long gray arms. I could have also put the arm here and then moved him there, but it doesn't really matter that much. So that takes care of these guys. I need 8 more red arms. Let's go ahead and just make those right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more red arms. Then we need 20 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 5 gets us 20 of those. And notice I made the red arms first. I'm not going to make the same mistake I made last time. Okay, so we're going to put these red arms here, here, and here. And here, and here, and here, and where I'm standing. here, and here. There's all the red arms. Now that feeds cogs into all of these guys. Now these guys all need to get copper into them. And I need to make sure I grab from the corners here, and you'll see why in a second. I could have also, you know what, I don't need to grab from the corner on this guy. I can grab from here. These guys are all going to get copper. He needs to grab from the corner. He needs to grab, doesn't really matter where from, and he needs to grab from the corner, and he needs to grab from the corner. Yes, because we're never going to be running copper near him. Although he could also grab with a long arm off the thing. But you know what? Maybe that's a better idea. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and make 2 more long arms and 2 more of these because we just used up 2 of those. What we're going to do here is we're going to use long arms off of the main line to grab the copper. Okay, now these guys have gotten their inputs. They know exactly what they need to make. Now they need to put stuff back on the belt. And we need long arms for that. No, we don't. We don't need long arms for that. This guy putting back on the belt, they always place on the far side of the belt. That's important to note. That's why I put it this way. So he's putting back on the belt this way. If I put him here, they might put him on the left-hand side. And I don't remember which side they put him on. So I figure why not just make sure. So we're just going to place these all outputs. These all outputs. I'm going to move this guy just to be so that they're kind of looking nice. And then there's all the outputs. There's the last one. Now these guys are ready to make red science. And I don't need this. Okay. So now let's go ahead and set this guy up to make red science. And notice he's going, and then he's going to grab, assuming he has power. He does. We need copper cables. Oh, we need to... I need to run this out one more because he can't grab the copper cable. There we go. See, now he's making red science all on his own. And then when he's done, this guy's going to grab the red science and stick it on this belt here. There we go. Okay, so now we can shift right-click to copy, paste, 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 and paste. And then obviously we need to power all these guys up, which is going to be interesting. I guess we'll do this and this. And then that's not enough, so we might as well do this, this, and this. And then... that's not enough, so let's do, how do we do that? We put one here, and then I'm trying to match the other side, and then here, and then the only guys who are left are in the center, so let's put one here, one here, one here, and one here, and that's everybody's going now. Is that correct? Yes, and it looks like we could probably... yeah, I think once they get spooled up, they're not doing it yet, but once they all get spooled up, they should all be running and generating red science. Now, obviously, these guys aren't generating red science because they're blocked. Now, we need to take care of that. And what we're going to do here is a trick, as always. We don't care about the copper anymore. We don't want copper on this line anymore. All we want is red science. So how are we going to guarantee we get the red science off? Well, there's a trick. That trick is to use a underground belt and then bring it out here. The underground belt only lets stuff, if you come in from the side, it only lets stuff on the front side. So it's going to block the cable. And then we can do this. And then we can use a splitter here to split these guys into 2, and then move the cable like that, and now we have a 2-handed red science belt. That's an example of something that's emergent from the game. The devs didn't specifically code this in the game. They wholeheartedly recommend you do things like it, but they didn't make the game do that. They just provided you the tools to figure it out yourself. And I am out of conveyor belts, if you believe me. So let's go ahead and grab some more out of our box. Oh, look at that. Let's just take them all. We don't need that many conveyor belts, but we're always using them. So I put the lab over here like a moron. Where did I put the lab? I put the lab over here, and obviously this is not the right place for it. because we have made red science over here. I'm going to put the lab over here. I guess we'll put it right up against this belt so he gets powered and we don't have to worry about that. And then we're gonna move this guy up like this. And then we've got one more pack to do. Boom. And there we go. We are now automatically researching this electronics with the science packs that we are just making boatloads of. Really, I probably don't need any more science packs. I don't need to generate any more science pack ones this game. And it looks like my ratios might be off because this guy's not running. He's waiting for gears. So I might be wrong about the gear ratio. I'll double check that to make sure. Maybe it is 5-1 and I just didn't realize it. But this guy is set up to hand him gears if it so chooses. But it seems like everyone else is always winning out. So I might be wrong, or it's also possible that these guys aren't feeding him plates fast enough, and that's actually what it looks like. It looks like I want another set of plates. And I don't really have a good way to do that. Let me think. If I could get a belt up here of iron plates, which actually wouldn't be that hard. You know, these guys are doing fine. They're feeding him as fast as they can. But they're just not fast enough. And this is the only real other spot that we can get iron plates. And yeah, the problem is he's not getting iron plates fast enough. Now, I'm fixing a problem that I don't need to fix because obviously we're generating enough of these, but it bothers me. So let's go ahead and fix this problem here. Let's go ahead and I guess the easiest thing to do would be to split it off from over here. And I don't think we need a double-sided one, although maybe we'll need some later. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a double-sided one. Oh, we need more splitters, and we're not making splitters automatically yet because we don't have the factories for them. So let's go ahead and make a couple splitters on our own. And then they go right into the slot here when the time comes, which is always nice. There we go. So let's go ahead and plop this splitter down. Let's go ahead and run him up here. And he can stop right here. And then we need 2 more red belts, or red arms, which we don't have. So let's go ahead and make them. Waiting for the splitters to finish. It's going to be so nice when I don't have to make any of this stuff on my own, when it's just being made. And then eventually, later on in the game, I don't even need to go get it. I will have robots bringing the stuff to me, which is fantastic. Okay, so let's plop this guy here, and then this guy here. And yeah, because this electric pole is here, they're not passing things to each other. So I need to put the electric poles the same way I put these guys, which means this guy and this guy. And then I got a pole here, which is just, there's craziness going everywhere. And then I need to put these guys back, which is here. What am I doing with my life? Okay, here and here. And then we need one of these poles here. There we go. Now this guy's getting enough iron plates to keep his gears running full speed, which is then allowing these guys to fill up everyone with gears, and now the problem is that we don't have enough labs to make these. So tell you what, let's do. Why don't we make some more labs? We can't make them yet, but why don't we make 9? That's 4, and then I right-click to make 5. Why don't we make 9 labs? And why don't we start putting them here? And I just realized I probably don't want this to do this. I'll worry about it later. Okay. We still only got the 1 lab, but let's go ahead and place it here. And then we're going to do the same thing we did before, which is we're going to run these guys up, and we're going to put a second one here, and then we're going to run them up like that. But for now, let's go ahead and just place some power poles here. Actually, I think I can do this. No, I think it's 1 off. Or is it? Let me look. Yeah, if I put this guy here and then the next one, yeah, that will be perfect. So, and of course the trees are in the way. Let me chop some of these things down. And how many labs have I made? 0, it looks like, which is annoying. But let's go ahead and, oh, there's one more. Let's put him there. Let's run some more conveyors up here while we're waiting. I think that should be fine for the time being. And I need more of these arms. But for now, we can just put one arm right here. And then let's go ahead and queue up another 10 of these arms, just so we have them. Get the labs going. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, we have 5, so this is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this will be 10. So that's perfect right there. Looks like we might need one more conveyor belt. And then, in theory, this might be the last slabs we ever make, but it's very likely that we're going to end up making more. And I think I'm going to fix this problem right now. I don't actually want these red science packs to be on both sides of the belt. The reason I don't want them on both sides of the belt, and I think I'm just going to tell you what, let's just do this. I guess we're going to do this and this, and then take that off. The reason we don't want them on both sides of the belt is because we're going to eventually be running, we're going to make a factory that makes green science, and it's going to run them on the other side of this belt. And then because we have 4 things of science to make, we might as well have 2 of them on one belt and 2 of them on the other belt and just run them up each side is the idea there. We are still making these factories, which is crazy, the science labs. They take a long time to make just because they're so important. But we're making the gears for them. I could have gone to my gear factory and picked up all those gears, but I didn't, so that's just the way it works. But you know what? What I can do, one thing I can do is I've got this red science. Might as well toss it in this guy so that now we've got 2 labs going at least, even though we don't have the grabby arms to put any more in. And yeah, I have these burner arms, but I don't actually want them currently. I can actually take them off my main bar and just stick those together so that they're together. Okay, we've made the labs, which is good. So there's all the labs. Now I need to get my 5 arms. We're at the moment of greatness here. There we go. Let's put an arm here, an arm here, an arm here. Oh, we've researched this. This gets us filter inserters, which I'm going to talk about later. They're a huge deal, but I don't care about them right now. All I care about, I'm mainlining this assembly machine. So we're going to research this, and it's going to take 40. Now remember how long it took to do 50 last time. 40 is a similar number to 50, right? So you would expect this to take a long time. But through the magic of automation, look how fast this is going. Look how quickly we are researching these red sciences. That's the way it works. You get your money for nothing and your chicks for free. And I might as well mine this while I'm waiting. But I am going to end the episode here as we are slowly researching up to Automation 2. This is a big deal. This is a big crowning moment of the factory because when you get Automation 2, you can automate almost everything in the game. And a lot of the next few episodes are going to be me automating a lot of things that we've seen, and I might do it in kind of a one-off sort of thing, like where I just kind of give you the main idea, and then oh, there it is, and then show you everything that I get to. See, Automation 3 gets me these guys, but I don't actually care about these guys yet. We don't need to assemble things that take up to 6 ingredients yet, and I don't think I'm actually going to research anything at the moment. I do want laser turrets, and I want them moderately quickly. However, I don't think I want them yet. I think I'm going to let those sit for a little while. So we're not gonna use this amazing factory that I just built to run science yet. We are going to automate everything. I hope you're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to doing it. I'm HMV, and I will. As always, talk at you later.